setting, a crumbly city of steel and synthetic towers glowing with flickering, unstable neon tech. Corrupted AI roamed abandoned skyscrapers, drone flickering through the dark skies. This noise by the blade, it can be by misstep, misfire, or malfunction. Attributes. Right, introductions. Ashley Graves, Andrew Graves, Futuro, Minerva. Now for me,
Wow.
Caustic. I know, all loser shit at the beginning. Uh, Caustic, Mithrix from Risk of Rain.
Hmm.
Ruby Rose, Minthara, Thomas Clark from the Yogscast,
Nice.
Rebecca Chambers, Tony from Hotline Miami. Now it's your turn. RoboCop, Yoda, Agent Smith, Gru, The Rake, Hank Shader, Bendy from Bendy the Ink Machine, Chill Bill, Twice, Goku, Krampus. They won the launch. As steel plates rise, the tributes enter the ruined city center, once bustling plaza. Sirens scream and the cornucopia emits a spark. The countdown begins. The games begin. Tony wastes no time. He rushes forward and shoves the blade into Chill Bill's frozen ribcage, shattering him into
No.
pieces before anyone can react. Minthara duels Naofumi, but quickly breaks away when she sees Mithrix approaching. I would too. This guy's scary.
Yeah.
Ruby grabs a half malfunctioning scythe and grapples upwards towards a broken sky bridge. Ashley and Andrew don't go for weapons. They vanish into an alleyway. Gru, weirdly effective, grabs the three gadgets and shouts, I am very sneaky before heading to a pile of trash drones.
Cool.
Rebecca and Thomas Clark form a shaky alliance, both no tech, both want to live. The Rake pounces on Twice's clone, tearing it apart. Futuro outwits Bendy, distracting him with flickering monitor. Robocop shoots Caustic in the shoulder with one of his limited bullets, but Caustic escapes behind a gas trap. Krampus grabs Yoda, but the old Jedi rolls out of his grasp, disappearing into a vent.
You just tried to pick up Yoda. That's crazy.
Yeah, not even kill him.
Yeah. Mine.
Night 1, the first echoes. Bendy stalks Ruby, dripping from the ceiling. She sets a tripwire, nearly slices his arm off. Minerva punches a malfunctioning drone until it explodes. Ashley and Andrew find a bunker filled with eerie whispers. Ashley listens. Andrew is afraid. Smith begins malfunctioning or manipulating Futuro, whispering about alliances. Goku, inside cow, yells "Ka!" until the cow falls asleep. What? Did I miss something?
No.
Why is he inside of the cow?
I specified that he's stuck
I
inside of
know,
a
I see
cow.
that now.
Yeah.
I just completely glossed over that. Naofumi finds Krampus, but neither attack. They share fire and silence. Midara executes a scavenger AI for fun. Yoda and Robocop have a short philosophical conversation about justice and peace.
That's fire.
Thomas Clark and Rebecca manage to rig a drone to scan buildings. Gru trips a trap and nearly dies to plasma. Minthara and finds Futuro and nearly crushes his skull before Agent Smith intervenes. A fragile truth forms. Uh, Tony finds Caustic and kills him by slamming a pipe into a gas canister on his back and it explodes. That's bitchin'.
Yeah.
The rake kills Hank Schrader, dragging him into the ceiling.
Makes sense.
Krampus is haunted by Minthara, but has overpowered her and knocks her into an elevator shaft and she's gone. Andrew sees it all. He tells Ashley he doesn't respond, he just stares at a bloodied wall. Night 2. A power storm surges, neon lights strobes violently. Anyone exposed is risk to being fried. Electrical rain. Ruby hides underneath debris as lightning fries a nearby turret. Gru and Yoda shelter in the same bunker. Gru freaks out at Yoda's face in the dark. Bendy slips into a wall next to Rebecca, but her electric baton forces him back. Smith disappears from Futuro's camp. Robocop and Tom encounter twice who try to befriend them. They let him stay. Tom is unnerved. Mithrix finds the city power core. He stares at it, feels something old. I don't want a Hoth-related event. Stop asking.
New Hoth-related event.
No, I don't want that. I said put in a hallucination event. He's like, all right, the hallucination event will also be Hoth related. I said,
Okay.
no.
It really wants Hoth. Hairball.
The voices that shouldn't be. Andrew Graves wanders into a subway tunnel. Let's see, he's dead. Okay. I mean, the last one. Andrew Graves wanders into a subway tunnel and sees his mother calling him home. Ashley is with her, whole and smiling, but Ashley is beside him, silent and bleeding from her nose. Ruby sees the entire team cheering her on. She smiles until their faces melt. She begins to sob into concrete. Hold on. Let me change this as well. Make it funny.
True, yeah. These are too real.
These are too terrifying.
Yeah.
That's what I realized with the other one. I liked how the other one was serious. I feel like this one should be stupid though, because our cast is too serious for it to not be funny. When before it was too stupid. It was much more stupid for it to be good, serious.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Minerva believes she's a tiny hamster in a suit of armor. She tries to bury her hoard by stuffing a circuit board into a dumpster. Tony from Hotline Miami hallucinates Goku inside the cow as a god of war who gives him quest. You must slay the one they call Rebecca Chambers.
Holy shit.
Ruby thinks her sight is a giant toothbrush. She starts brushing her teeth. She starts brushing the sidewalk, humming the Ruby Tuesday theme. I don't know what the fuck that is.
What that is either.
Yoda sees every contestant as a younger version of himself. Calls the Rick me, but with better posture. Agent Smith believes is Arena and begins narrating everyone's action like an overly dramatic tour guide. Thomas Clark sees the building as a Yogscast office, and every vending machine is Lewis, and he starts interviewing a urinal.
All right.
Krampus hallucinates Christmas is happening. He drags Bendy to the corner and gives him a shot. He gives him gifts and a sock. Andrew Greaves sees everyone as versions of his sister. He starts quietly sobbing while trying to protect a trash can. Ashley Graves is somehow unaffected. Not surprising.
All right.
Didn't Twice already die? Twice sees his clone as a separate person trying to murder him. He screams traitor and tackles it off a skyscraper. They both die.
Shit, yeah.
That's lore accurate.
It is.
Mithrix thinks he's playing a cooking simulator. He attempts to cook Gru, who he mistakes for a large sentient potato. Gru hallucinates himself as a horse who gallops in circles, neighing wildly. He kicks Mithrix in the groin.
Horse mode.
Rebecca Chambers tries to stabilize people, but she thinks Robocop is a giant stapler and keeps trying to jam him. The Rake sees Yoda as a glowing cheeseburger. He follows him for hours. Bendy thinks the entire arena is a children's cartoon. Starts making boring sounds with every step. Futuro hallucinates he's a host of a quiz show. He interrogates vending machines for his sins.
Okay.
I don't know why that one's fucking killing me. So what sins have you committed today, sir?
Yeah. To the vending machines.
Okay, now for me is completely convinced Mindara is still alive and trying to kiss him. She's not, but a pipe is.
Okay.
Robocop's systems glitch due to the gas. He begins enforcing completely random laws. No whistling during the sunset hours. Penalty is dance. He forces Thomas Clark to dance for 3 hours straight at gunpoint.
That's awesome. That's that's the best one.
Neon Lights pulse a disco beat. The AI randomly changes its gravity. Ashley finds Yoda trying to teach a trash can about the Force. She leaves him to it. Bendy melts into a wall and but forgets which side he's on and gets stuck in a vending machine. What's up with
Okay.
vending machines?
They're everywhere.
Ruby Rose thinks she's now dating her toothbrush scythe. She shares romantic evening overlooking a billboard. Mr. X picks a fight with a billboard that says "You're not special." He loses.
Okay.
Krampus sings Christmas carols into a sewer for 4 hours straight.
Oh my
Goku the
god.
Cow begins narrating everyone's backstories and correcting. Caustic, the kind-hearted flower angler. What? Rebecca once dated a crocodile. Gru was born in a volcano made of cheese.
Correct.
I can't do his voice at all. I don't want to try. Agent Smith is now fully immersed. He believes Andrew Graves is Neo and tries to download Kung Fu into his head via headbutt.
Alright.
Thomas
That'll
Clark,
work.
sleep deprived and tripping hard, thinks he's in a cooking game. He eats parts of a glowing fungus. His last words are, "I've become sandwich."
Okay.
Rebecca accidentally gives herself a tetanus shot instead of food. Alright.
Yeah.
Tony draws a face on his mask and speaks to it like it's his teammates. Andrew finally finds Ashley again, thinking she's a robot. He apologizes to her circuit board for not being a better brother. Ashley, still unaffected, nods and plays along. Krampus now sees Ruby as Santa. He pledges his loyalty. That's just not
That's
how that works.
that,
No. Yeah, I don't think that's how that works.
that's
His
not how
lore
it
has
works.
changed through over the last 200 years, so I'm not quite sure.
I don't think so.
Nafumi attacks a vending machine, screaming, "Mintara, you lied to me!"
It's all
Futuro
her fault.
interviews the sewer lids. So tell me, why did you betray the others?
Interviews who?
A sewer lid.
Oh, okay.
Saying, so
Right,
tell me,
with
why
that guy.
did you betray the others?
Yeah.
Gru snaps a microwave. Victory music plays, all in his head. The gas wears off. Tributes wake up to see the aftermath. The arena is trashed. The vending machines are looted. There's a weird drawing of sexy Agent Smith all over the bunker's walls. Ruby spooning her scythe. The gas wears off. Okay. The
Yeah.
gas wears off. The arena is trashed. Blah, blah, blah. Ruby is spooning her scythe. Rebecca's missing one shoe and cradling the stapler. Tony has ran mission complete on a wall in mustard.
Awesome.
Dead twice in Thomas Clark. Major injuries. Mithrix in the groin. Futaro mental. Now for me. Fist versus vending machine. Humiliated. All of them. Unshaken. Ashley Graves and
Ashley
Goku the
Graves.
Cow.
Oh yeah.
He's just always. He didn't change at all.
He couldn't inhale the gas. He's in the cow.
Alright. Day 5. Rebecca wakes up to a happening CPU and a stapler with gooey gooey eyes. She does not want to talk about it. Ruby realized she wrote Mrs. Crescent Scythe in blood on the wall. Her emotional support weapon is awkward.
Okay.
Nose. Tony is still wearing his mask, not because he needs to, because he feels safer when people can't see him crying. Ashley Graves watches over the others waking up with no expression. She offers Andrew a piece of toast. He bursts into tears. Agent Smith starts trying to reboot people by smashing them on the forehead, saying Control Alt Delete. Gru and Krampus. Gru tells Krampus, "I saw God and he looked like a water cooler." Krampus believes him. A cult is formed.
Water cooler cult.
The AI starts glitching and leftover gas data declares. Yeah, the city AI starts glitching from the leftover gas data and declares initiate mandatory workday protocol. You all have jobs now. Suddenly,
Oh.
everyone is forced to perform a corporate task for 3 hours. Okay, this is. I did not tell
Job.
it to do this at all.
I like this event. This is a good event.
It's like math.
Yeah. Work.
Futuro is made a manager of quantum sandwich analysis. He interviews a rotting lunchbox. Why does it keep on saying he interviews this shit? Now for me,
He did an interview.
becomes HR. He fires the break for hostile work behavior. The break does not take it well.
I can't imagine.
Minerva is assigned janitor duties and punches every mop she finds. Robocop glitches and tries to arrest a vending machine for for unionizing.
Fucking vending
Yoda
machine.
is forced to give corporate seminars called Do or Do Not, a PowerPoint presentation. Minthara, not Minthara, there's so many M's.
Yeah.
Mithrix is appointed CEO. There's two or three. Um, Mithrix is appointed CEO. He immediately lays off an AI running the city. Everything gets worse.
Makes sense.
Bendy, still in cult mode, tries to baptize a sparking electrical panel. The results are sizzling. He receives behind a drawing of Boniface and a burnt sock. Ruby, Rebecca, and Alchemy gather a peaceful evening. They talk about their past. Gru shows up with a large bag of circuit boards labeled s'mores. Everyone eats them out of politeness. Okay, I need to. This is just getting quirky for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Everyone eats them out of politeness. Everyone regrets it instantly. Andrew tells Ashley he thinks Yoda is secretly a vending machine. What's up with
Oh my
fucking vending
god.
machines? Yoda senses this and leaves. A Snickers at their door. Okay, never mind. Tony sits quietly on a rooftop drawing stick figures of everyone dying in different ways. That's normal.
Yeah.
Robocop gets his gun stuck in melted cheese dispenser out of its will fill mozzarella now.
Okay.
Futuro finds Agent Smith writing Mithrix rules on everything using mustard. Ashley pushes Gru off the hover platform for asking too many questions. He's fine. He lands on a pile of couch cushions. Campus initiate. Does anyone die? Tony kills a spider.
Yay. Good thing the spider can't win. I was worried about that.
Futuro dies while trying to print a cease and desist letter for Tony. It triggers a long forgotten laser defense printer and shreds him.
Holy shit.
Have you seen the ads for like the printers?
No.
You're getting ads for like oh printer services near you. It's like great. I'm a 19. I'm a 20-year-old dude. I have no reason to have a $3,000 printer.
Yeah. Sure.
Thanks.
But if it had lasers in it, I would
Now
buy
for
it.
me and Rebecca talk about building a better alliance. They shake hands. Ashley watches from the windows above. Andrew is now asleep with a sign on his chest that says "Do not wake unless apocalypse." Tony is missing. Smith and Krampus now hate each other. They have agreed to duel at dawn using whatever is the dumbest. Okay. Day 7. Group but goofy leader. Once a delusional but goofy leader is shaken. Stanley hasn't spoken in days. He was Krampus morning bending begins questioning everything. Was it real? Ashley emerging from the shadows sets fire to the cult's hideout. No words, just a match. Gru sees her and does nothing. He knows what to do now. Agents Agent Smith and Krampus meet in an alley armed with joke weapons, but Smith isn't joking around anymore. He pulls out a sharpened metal pipe,
Oh, shit.
and Krampus he does not respect the fair duel.
Yeah, true.
Krampus counters with brute strength. The slap fight turns deadly. Krampus crushes Smith's weapon, but not before being stabbed in the leg. Smith tries to strangle him, but the monster throws him into a data core. Sparks fly. Smith doesn't get up. Death number 1. Smith for the time being.
Makes sense.
Tony is back. No one sees him, but he's watching
Oh.
everyone. He leaves a sketch map underneath Malphemy's sleeping mat. A droid Rebecca's uh, chambers is encircled. Andrew is spiraling. He talks to mirrors. One answers back to his face, but wrong. Ashley catches him smashing the glass. Malphemy finds a map. He doesn't tell Rebecca. Rebecca, increasingly paranoid, sleeps with his scalpel now. Ruby cries silently next to her broken sight, but the hallucinations have made her feel less alone. She buries her toothbrush into the concrete.
Okay, good.
RoboCop repaired by sheer will, announces no laws remain, only purpose. He patrols the streets alone. A8 lines in the dust. Andrew finally breaks. He screams at Ashley. Just spoilers.
I see.
Now from Rebecca fractured, the tension breaks. Nelphi confronts her about the map. She doesn't deny it. Nelphi confronts her about the map. She doesn't deny anything. She throws it in his face. He slaps her hard. She
What?
pulls out her scalpel, but she doesn't use it. What was the reasoning for all that? Tony makes his move. He's not a lunatic. He's not random. He's been waiting. And now, as nightfall, he finds Gru.
Bum, bum, bum.
It doesn't say how he dies.
Crew.
Yeah, it doesn't say how Gru dies. He
He's
just
just
no
dead.
screams, just blood. A cloud
Got it.
mask, a crushed walkie-talkie.
Perfect. What happened to Goku?
All right. It says I did say what happened to Goku, and it says it would specify later.
Okay.
The city is cold, silent, almost reverent. The AI is offline, drones are grounded, no games, no hallucinations, just fear. Rebecca, wandering alone, is amused. Tony drops from above. She fights back, scalpel slicing deep into his side. She doesn't flinch. He kills her with her own weapon, her body posed like a patient on an operating table. She
Thank God.
walks away silently. Robocop finds the scenes. He scans Rebecca's body, detects the signature of Tony. His final director locks in, eliminate Tony. He limps forward into the dying city, whispering his yeah, that's it.
Goes hard.
Looking for him.
Yeah.
Yoda meditates near a flickering neon puddle. Krampus, weakened and limping, asks him, "Did you ever have a choice?" Yoda replies, "Choice we had. Game is this is not reflection. It always was." A bloated, dozing cow with glowing veins oozes in the ruins. Inside, Goku is still yelling, "Let me out! I need to fight someone! I'm going insane in here!"
Good.
It's, Suddenly, the cow lets out a massive belch and explodes. Goku is flung into the sky, still yelling, still screaming for the fight, but completely disqualified for not being part of the arena floor. He soars into the stratosphere.
Alright. Launched away.
Yeah, let me out.
Yeah.
He's been
Alright.
dead for the last 4 days.
Yep.
Robocop versus Tony. It happens near a server tower. Robocop leaking oil and staggering corners Tony. Tony silently charges. The fight is brutal. The blades meet metal fists. Tony stabs Robocop through the ribs. Robocop grabs him, slams him into the wall, and detonates his remaining power core. They both die.
Damn.
Ashley, Andrew, Ruby, Mithrix, and Minthara. All my characters. What
Minthara's
the fuck?
dead.
Not Minthara, Minerva.
Oh, okay, good.
Ashley finds Ruby, talks to her for a short time, and then kills her with a whisper and a blade. She just basically convinces her to lay down next to me, you'd be safe, and then kills her. That's it.
Yeah.
Final, or not the final. Minthara, or not Minthara, Mithrix versus Minerva. I don't know why I keep on fucking up their names.
Yeah.
It ends without honor. They fight near the core. Mithrix proud, Minerva righteous. He lands a fatal blow, but she tackles him to the collapsed tower. Oh, they both kill each other. That's fucking lame.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Andrew Graves dies. Ashley Graves is the winner.
Alright.
They sit next to each other, and then they just and then she kills him. That's it.
Yeah.
Because she's a selfish bitch.
Makes sense.
Epilogue: the city collapsed behind her. The final drone broadcasts her name. Goku watches from a comment, yelling, "I missed the entire thing."
Oh, he's alive. That makes sense.
He's alive. He got disqualified
Yeah.
for getting launched out of the arena.
Okay, yeah, got it.